So let's no label then. Don't do vape because she's flying all fines and everything. like the bicycle. You can leave it if you want. Let's just no problem.
And that's what she's doing.
My neighbors have another one.
Wait, they want to do
Really?
It was like a lot, and then they changed it again next year, and then they go out.
But the shorts to do the rap and stuff. Isn't that bad? For people that are like
I didn't know a lot of people did that.
Well, I have one person.
Oh yeah, I know so many people who do time.
Charlotte, I have to tell you, that color on your hair is really freaking awesome.
Aw, thank you.
That would be like there's something, it's really cool.
You can keep like the prom.
Yeah.
I like that color.
Because when you made it pink, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, and for your
No, I
dress,
knew it would
really
fade.
wanted.
I knew it would fade.
what dress did you get?
A burgundy one. So
You mean the yellow one?
I also haven't gotten my
Oh, Alex has not tried his suit. It's one from last year. He didn't try his shirt. I asked him, can I take it to... Nope, they're going to mess it up, so I'm just going to keep it.
I made Jack has two posters.
Oh,
So there was
wait, who's eating one?
he has a girlfriend.
Oh, who's she?
She's so sweet. She's from Morocco.
she's going to
She's going to UNR.
Shut up. Like they met there when they were like visiting or something?
They met through Instagram.
You know when you post the thing?
You know when you post about I'm glad you.
Which he secretly posted without telling me. He did? Yeah. He
Yeah,
didn't tell
I
us.
didn't.
Oh my god.
And so the other person was she couldn't come to this one because her family, her mom and dad took her to Europe for graduation. They had
Are you guys doing anything for that? I don't think so. For that.
We want to. We have.
I'm a little baby. Well, all of the things I don't think it's
Expensive and
should go to that. There's so much about like DJ and that we can go to. There's so much to make it cool. Awesome. Yeah, Alex friends. Can you take care of that, please?
Alex hates me.
Oh, they are. Secretly, I'm sure
He doesn't know I love me, so.
Who? Oh.
This is a awesome one.
No, I do. I do. I said that lemon story 5 million times. You don't even remember.
I do.
Lemon? So I was in charge of
It's the Westable Festival, and they
Ooh,
sell
fundraiser.
they make things.
and I we made a little bit thing. It's super cute. So I had to involve it. Not great. So one of the boards that was on, I wanted to like decorate it with lemon. So I divided it in square and each bit was a dry lemon. Literally blue, like a yellow, and then I was a yellow. This was the only one that blew a lemon cut in half and like blew a lemon. The only one out of that one. That's amazing. Yeah.
Pretty darn cool.
Yeah, right?
I ate a fish once.
So I just watched my mom. Because it's been around for a family.
Are you talking to me or your mom? Like when you guys sit down there? Yeah.
You still have time.
You got this. Look down. Don't look at anybody. Ivanka Trump.
You want to feed me that?
Oh, Mom, can you keep my keys? You keep my keys to feel. Dad, oh, we're hanging out with Abby after. That's who we got this for. She texted us on the night.
I know where he is. There's somebody who changed their school. She still goes by the name. She changed it to Jay. But it was, yes, it is Jay, but not Jay, not the one I was, but yeah, Jay was the same way. And that wasn't a big change. I think that's the one issue should be the issue. Like your kid doesn't want to tell you that they want to change their name. That should start to be the issue. I don't want to. Oh, I'm sure people have regret. I'm sure. Think about all like who has plastic surgery and doesn't regret it? Like or tattoo. Or a tattoo. Like people regret it. I regret that all the time. People regret things all the time. I mean, but I well you can reverse it somewhat. They were so young.
No, I see can hack all day long.
The or I'm sorry, 26.2. Coaches who so how they've chosen to try to redeem all of that to try to got out with their got it. Two of them and we're just really like how they this is what you want this people to kind of find, reinvent themselves and all of them. I'm not the same person. I changed. They weren't good. We'll teach them a lesson. She was right. Charlotte
Hey, okay, folks. I'm going to invite you to please come and take a seat like around this area. If we can make a horseshoe, get close together, family, friends, parents, students. We're going to leave the areas up in the front and where these seats are for some other folks coming through. But again, if you're in the back here around in a horseshoe, we'd love to have you here. And yeah, no. As all the folks come in, please feel free to come in and take that seat. Or stand in the back, that's fine too. Thank you. say thank you once again as you're coming in. We have plenty of space here in the back of these chairs. People can fill in there. Students can fill in there. We'd love it, people to be as close as possible to one another. So please encourage our kids to come in and fill in the space. Thank you.
picture.
Welcome everybody. I'm going to invite you to check and make sure your phones are on silent. Do everything in your power to be present with all of us here today. Thank you. And I'd like now to invite Sadie and Rohini up to the stage. They're going to start us off.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart
you for that beautiful and amazing song, Rosalie and Sadie. Before we begin, I just want to say welcome and thank you for coming tonight. My name is Stella Pacheco, and I want to welcome you tonight as we gather together to honor our friend Amin and be here for his family and his friends. If you haven't turned your candle on yet, I invite you to do so now. In addition, each of you received a blue ribbon. Blue was Amin's favorite color, and we ask that you wear that ribbon tonight and into the future as a reminder of Amin. And now I want to welcome Coach E, Coach Clark, and Coach Doug to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. It is the greatest honor to be able to talk about Amin tonight. As an educator and coach, you're not supposed to have favorites. But Amin couldn't help but squash that expectation with what he embodied and who he was as a friend, as an athlete, as a son, as a brother. He embodied all of the greatest attributes you could ever expect out of a young man. When Amin was hurt and we gathered at the hospital, I could see the impact that he had by everybody that showed up to support him and the family. And the turnout from this La Miranda community to get behind the Noroozi family and support them in this difficult time had everything to do with who Amin was. He was kind, he was gentle, he walked with humility, he never acted or showed as if he were better than anybody else. He would talk to my son like he was his brother. He would talk to my daughter, and he didn't have to give them the time of day. But this young man did that with everybody. I heard story after story these last few days about students and individuals that weren't necessarily close friends, but had a moment where Amin showed how selfless and how gracious he was with his energy, his love, his compassion, his time. And I want that to be what we take with us after tonight. I want us all to embody all of the fantastic things that Amin embodied. We can be great. We can be fantastic. We can be kind and loving human beings to one another. And I just can't stop seeing that smile. That smile is unforgettable. It is bright. And it's gone too soon. So we honor him tonight and going forward with bringing that same brightness and love and compassion and humility into all of the things that we do from here on out. because we would be doing Amin a disservice if we didn't carry ourselves in the same way that he carried himself. I'm a better man, I'm a better coach, I'm a better educator because I knew Amin. And I'm grateful to his family for raising such an incredible young man. But it's not surprising that Amin is who he is. It's not surprising that Sahar is who she is because their family is so fantastic. They couldn't have turned out any other way because the Noroozi family is kind and gracious and walks with humility. And so we have to honor him, we have to honor them going forward tonight with that same grace. I'm going to turn it over to Jared now.
I'm still at a loss of what I'm trying to put together to talk about it. My task force with Amin, I'm a new strength coach. He got hurt early on, and I spent every day with him, one-on-one, to try to get him healthy. So we had talks about everything. That relationship built, and I had to build that relationship with him so he could trust me. So this is really, really hard for me. He was such a great kid. Like, I pushed that kid, and I promised him I'd get him back from his injury, and I put him through the ringer. But he took it with a smile. He worked so hard. He had a great work ethic of his family. You guys raised such a great kid. Like, his sense of humor, that smile, right? I'm sorry, this is really, really hard. I'm going to cut this short because, in perspective, it's my first year at Ophthalmology. At the football banquet, basically gave me a welcome speech to be a part of this family. And now I'm giving him a goodbye speech. Everybody keep living for me because he's such a great kid. And Coach Green.
It's such a privilege to be touched by such a wonderful young man that made the impact on all of us here. It's awe-inspiring. I'm Coach Doug. I'm speaking on behalf of our football program, from the coaches as well as the players, and just had a few words to share our sentiments of how we felt about Amin. Over the last 24 hours, everybody's had an opportunity to reflect, think about how they've been touched by him, and I wanted to share what one of his teammates mentioned when they were younger and they went to Bible study together. And they wrote I will statements, like what their aspirations were for later in life and what they wanted to become and what they wanted to dedicate themselves to. And then Amin wrote down 4 things. He said he would make the most of the opportunities he was given. He would keep in touch with his friends he hadn't seen. He would push himself to be more motivated. And he'd give it all to athletics. And oh boy, did he. Most of you know Amin's got an engine. He's got a motor. And that motor it's built on desire, it's built on purpose. He had the biggest motor in the program. which was only dwarfed by the size of his heart. Let me tell you a little story about that motor. We go to Tahoe camp every summer, and we engage with other teams, 16 some odd teams, and we do one-on-ones, we do 11s, we do 7-on-7, and I think we were going up against Fresno, and we were doing 11s in professional, gentlemanly competition, and Fresno has some big dudes. I mean, big dudes. And there's Amin on the line. And one of these plays, he gets double teamed. And we don't have pads on. Amin gets mauled. He gets right back up. Shirt torn, skinned knee, bruise on this side of the face, grape on this side of the face. And he comes back, trotting back to the huddle with what? That $1 million smile. Then he goes back and same play, same guys, same thing happened. Then the two Fresno players are saying, "Man, you got to stop." And we all were laughing because we knew that Amin's motor got the best of him, because he just comes back smiling. He's like, "Not stopping." It's fun to see. And there he is again. That $1 million smile, head up, shoulders back, smile ear to ear. And I was looking through some photos that I had, and you probably all were looking on your Instagram feeds. And I think KJ, you had a number of photos going back to when you were wee lads. And there's that smile. There's KJ, there's the smile, right next door to him. And I cycled through some photos after one of our games this last season. And we had won. And we were on the field, and we took a photo of a lot of us at a crosstown rival that shall remain nameless while we were at the center of their field, and we were taking a picture after the game. And there's me, kneeling in front. Always kneeling in front. I don't know why. He's always kneeling in front. But there he is. Head up, shoulders back, $1 million smile. It's infectious. I'll wrap with this. There's a tenet that we try to espouse from the coaching staff is, ever since I've been here, that we use as our North Star, as our mission statement of how we engage with kids. And our goal is to build better young men. And football, the game, the venue, the vector, it's just a classroom. It's just a means to an end for us to achieve that goal. And that end product is a better young man, a better person. Head up, shoulders back, full of confidence, full of pride, full of purpose. I can unequivocally say on behalf of our program and our staff, Amin far exceeded our expectations.
Hello? Thank you, coaches. I now invite Joey Martin to come up and speak.
First off, from behalf of me and all of my friends, I'd like to give a blessing and a thank you to the Noroozi family. Everything they have given us from going after football games to Wendy's, whatever it is, you buying us everything. She would slap my phone out of my hand before I paid for anything at Opie's Kitchen. You don't understand how much that means to us. It's appreciated, and we love you guys. I'd like to talk about how we're going to remember Amin. When you say Amin Noroozi's name, I want you to think of him as a wrestling league champion, an NCS champion, a state champion. He is a winner. He is a champion. I'd like to remember him as an amazing athlete. You don't see many people running the 100 meter and then going over and hucking the shot put as far as he did. Then to football, how we see him playing right next to me, blocking people, and then you see later he ends up in the touchdown. He ends up in the end zone, getting touchdowns. You don't see that often. I met Amin during football, and it was right here where we met him, and it felt like every day after that we were hanging out, smiling, and having a good time. All of this wrapped up with football when we were practicing over there on Sunday. Our coaches had a trench camp for us, and it was a really special moment, sharing one last football moment with him and Adam's brother coaching us. He was talking about how good of a coach he was and how he saw a future there as well. One thing I'll always miss is driving into school and seeing his car. He loved his M5 so much. He loved it. He loved driving around. He had friends talk about cars with him. That was something we'll forever cherish and remember. Like he said in Bible study, Peyton wrote down I will statements for us. One of Amin's I will statements was taking every opportunity you get. And I think that came first from Coach Blue. After every game, he said, we don't know when the next game is, but we're going to take that opportunity, whatever and wherever it is. This is bigger than football. Every single opportunity you see in life, take it, whatever it is. Whether it's going to school, going to weights, take the opportunity if you have it. These don't come along often. I'd like to say that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. We just can't forget the impact that he had on the school, the community, our football team, everything around him. I'll forever remember him for his crazy strength that you can see as well. It's an outdated video from 2 years ago. But if you look up his Twitter page, you can see him throwing up 220 on the bench press and 375 over squat, and that was over two years ago. So I'm sure he's passed those numbers. He was truly a friend that none of us deserved, and I hope he'll be remembered as a strong, compassionate, loving, and caring person. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey. We know how much you loved him. I now invite Audrey Martin to the stage.
Hi, everyone. I'm not the best public speaker, so please bear with me. For those who don't know me, my name is Audrey Martin, and I was Amin's girlfriend. If I knew anything about Amin, it was how devoted of a person he was. Devoted to his family, devoted to his friends, and devoted to every activity he took part in. The way he cared for every single person in his life is unmatched. He would always try to play it off in a sort of way, but whenever his sister Sahar needed a pickup from somewhere, or his mom sent him a list of things she needed him to get from Safeway, or his dad simply needed to be let into their house, Amin would drop everything to help. He never once stopped to question what his people needed. Whatever it was done. He was the most caring person I knew. I never, I never really knew any of his friends that well before Amin and I started dating, but the way that he would talk about them made me admire all of them. He talked about his friends as a sort of brotherhood. He would always tell me about their hangouts, where they would do some fun activities, sit on their phones together, or just talk. But whatever they did together, Amin always enjoyed simply being with each and every one of them. They were always there for one another, no matter what. His love extended beyond just his family, his brothers, and his brothers. As one of his friends in his group, Lydia, said, he always made us girls feel comfortable and ensured everyone around him was having a good time. This is yet another example of how Amin extends his love and care to the people in his life. Amin made sure to spread his joy to everyone he was with, either through a smile, a joke, or an action that showed how much he cared. Amin never failed to bring this joy and devotion to his sports. Whether it was the field, the mat, or the throwing rings, Amin brought everything he could. These sports meant so much to him, and they provided him with even more connections, friends, and brothers. I know he loved you all so dearly, and I wanted to remind all of you that he's always there with you. He's running onto the field with you. He's tackling that player with you. He's there cheering you on from the side of the mat, save as he's warming up his throwing with you. His support for all of you is endless. Amin was the strongest and most genuine person I knew. He had the fiercest determination, a heart of gold, and a smile that lit up every single room. He fought to be here with every single one of us, and I hope everyone can remember him for his strength and his love. If he was able to leave this much of an impact on our small community, I believe he was brought here to do amazing things in this world. Though he was taken away from us way too soon, he will remain with us as we carry on his legacy by supporting one another, loving one another, and caring for one another in the ways that he would have continued to. I love you always, Amin.
Thank you, Audrey. Sahar Noroozi will now speak about Amin. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to warn you, this is a mix of talking to Amin and talking to you all. Amin, saying your name and you not being 5 seconds away doesn't feel real. I'll miss everything. Knowing in the morning I won't hear reggae or rap songs blasting in the bathroom while I'm trying to get more sleep, or the way at sleepovers when I finally give in and just want to go home, I won't be able to just call you. That when I need to go to practice and I'm running really late, I can't ask you to just take me and you'll be able to get me there on time. Because for me, you just gave. Whether I was taking your clothes, stealing your computer, or just stealing a hug. You barely asked for anything from me. But I hope you know how much I love you, and how much I care for you, and how I would do anything for you, anything if you would just ask. I'll miss just laughing with you, making fun of random things that aren't funny, but we found for some reason hilarious. I'll miss how you took care of me, protected me, from when I felt like I was on top of the world, to when I felt like my world had fallen apart. Because no matter what happened, you reminded me you were there. You made sure that I knew it, reminding me that you love me in ways that no one else will ever understand. No one else will ever understand the bond that we shared together. Keeping me included when you could see I felt left out. If I didn't like someone, I should think again, because that meant that we didn't like them. Late night car rides with you will always be my favorite. I could just talk with you for hours on end. Or just sit there with your new songs that I would do later for my playlist. I remember talking about you at my Kingston. I remember saying how I was scared for you to leave for college, because
Ever since I came into this world, you were my best friend, teaching me everything I need to know more. My friends can tell you. When someone brought up the next year, Amin's name always ended up in the conversation. Because I always felt like I had nothing to worry about. It would all be okay, because Amin had done it before. And I knew you would guide me through it, and I knew you would always be protecting me every step of the way. But still, I don't miss you any less, because you were my other half. You really, really, really don't realize how much someone really meant to you until they're gone. Especially when it's someone you thought you were going to grow old together with. Someone who would be at your wedding. Someone to watch you graduate. And someone to take that one prom picture with when you're a senior and I was junior. I could talk about you forever, but others need a chance to talk about you too. So I'll end with I love you forever, Amin. And I'm proud when people say that we look just alike, even when I used to go, ugh, why would you say that? Because I know that we share the same smile and the same eyes and the same soul. And you're going to live on through me, so everything I do from now on is always for you. It's all for you, Amin. I love you.
Finally, I'm going to welcome River Lockwood to the stage.
I just want to start off by saying that I'm honored to speak about Amin tonight. And I love his family so much. I want to thank everybody who showed up tonight to support my friend. The donations to his cause to support his friends and family was beautiful to see. Amin is the kind of person you don't find two of. His contagious smile and laughter will never be replicated. His ability to effortlessly make anyone smile, no matter how dull their day may be, will always be my favorite part about it. Through the years with Amin, he and his family have become an extension of my family, bringing me and my friends food from Ovi's kitchen and endless love. I will never forget staying up until 4 in the morning playing video games with you, whispering into our mics to keep our parents from waking up. We're going fishing with you at 5 in the morning, calling everyone in our contacts to come help us out of the mud. I can tell endless stories about Amin and how he positively impacted those around him through his unmatchable character. I believe that Amin is looking down on us right now with the same smile that brightened so many days. Like Joey said, he truly was the friend that none of us deserved. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of everyone with me, I love you, man, and I'm going to miss you big time. Our hearts go out to the Noroozi family. We love you guys. Anyone in this community will always be here to support you no matter what you're going through. I can talk for everyone here that we are all a call away. We're going to overcome this through the support of this strong community that has come together because of Amin. and I want to share a Bible verse. That was my verse of the day today. It's a random verse of the day. It says, "There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for a friend." And I want to encourage everyone to live for Amin, to give your all for Amin in everything you do. And I want to ask to take a final moment of silence and reflection to honor Amin and what he and his family have done for this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming tonight. I know the friends of Amin and the family of Amin appreciate you. You're all free to leave, to stay, whatever you please.
Still feeling bad for calling him.